Hello and welcome to this very special show on the Women of Worth Awards 2016. L'Oréal Paris, in association with NDTV, is recognizing achievers who are using their work as a tool to change the world. In today's show are nominees from the fields of science and education. First up, a woman who spearheaded a learning revolution that has impacted the lives of thousands of children across India's primary schools. Meet India's leading educationist and co-founder of Pratham, Farida Lambe.
I'm Farida Lambe and I'm 64-year-old and I'm the co-founder of Pratham. We are in action for the last 20 years and it started in Mumbai 20 years back in 1994 with a mandate of every child in school and learning. But I must say this was mooted by UNICEF and this was the organization which is like a tripartite relationship between the corporates, the government and the community. We've already covered 3 million children. We are all over India and almost in all the states and many cities. So what Pratham has basically done is that it's a community-based model. Wherever possible, we are working with the government, but wherever not possible, we are working in under-resourced communities, right from Mumbai to say Jammu and Kashmir, wherever there are under-resourced communities, and we are involving parents and people in the education of their children.
मैं स्कूल जाता हूँ सिर्फ पढ़ने के लिए, पर मैं यहाँ पर आता हूँ कि मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैं कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ करूँ और मुझे एक सोशल वर्कर बनना है। तो मैं कम्युनिटी के लिए जो भी हो सकता है, मुझसे जो भी होता है वो सब मैं कम्युनिटी के लिए कर सकता हूँ।
Invest in children and if you give them education, I think the future of the country goes also in the safe hands. And that's the reason why I took children as a major issue to work on.
मैं फरीदा मैम को थैंक यू कहना चाहता हूँ क्योंकि वो हमारे लिए बहुत काम करे और हमें दूर दूर से लोग भी आते हैं हमारे लिए मदद करने के लिए, तो थैंक यू इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ।
India's education system is emboldened and energized by the tremendous efforts of our next two nominees. Shaheen Mistri's vision, the Akanksha Foundation, is a non-profit that imparts high-quality education to thousands of children from low-income communities. And our other nominee, Safina Hussain. She tackles the very root cause of gender inequality in India's education system by getting thousands of girls into their classrooms through her initiative, Educate Girls.
My name is Shaheen Mistry. I'm 44 and I'm the founder and CEO of Teach for India. So it started when I was 18. I started as a teacher, founded an organization called Akanksha, worked for 17 years there, and for the last 7 years have been working at Teach for India. Two reasons why I started Teach for India. One was a deep love and belief in children. And the second was the idea that inequity doesn't make sense. And the best way to eliminate it is to actually provide an excellent education to all kids. So Teach for India recruits some of India's best and brightest young people and places them as full-time teachers in government and low-income schools for 2 years so that they become lifelong leaders for educational equity. Every year we started with 87 fellows. Today we're at 1,100 fellows currently teaching, 1,000 alumni working across different sectors for children. So we're seeing an increased demand every single year with the work. I think there's a huge change. I think there's a growing awareness that the country needs to change, but more importantly that we can come together to actually drive that change. I think a couple of things that have become really important to me and are ongoing learnings. One is just the power of knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it, like just deepening what I believe in and deepening my commitment to it and my love for it. I think another learning for me has been the idea of perspective, that you can really make any situation work for you and you can control the way that you see the world. I think that's been incredibly helpful in my journey, just trying to see the best in myself, in the people around me, in every single child, and really believing in that idea of potential.
My name is Safina Hussain. I'm 45 years old and I educate girls. Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. In terms of reach, in the last 8 years, we started with 50 schools in Rajasthan. Today, we work in over 8,000 schools across 4,500 villages, and we work with over 1 million children. We use our own community volunteers. They're called Team Balika. This is an army of young people from the villages that have joined us. And the Team Balika volunteers are 18 to 25. They're educated, they're passionate. What they do is they go door to door and they find every single girl who's not going to school.
Our job is to get each and every girl into school. So if I were to quickly summarize our mission, we leverage existing community and government resources to ensure that each and every girl is in school and studying well.
In many parts of the country, we still believe that a goat is an asset and a girl is a liability. What keeps me motivated and what keeps me going are my 2 little daughters. I want them to grow up in an India where sons and daughters are equal. When we make girls' education a priority, because we know that when you educate a girl, she's 500 times more likely to educate her children. That's the best investment we can make.
Now let's meet a woman who's changing the way India learns and speaks English. Hello English is a very simple app that teaches you English from 16 different languages. Let's make you meet the woman who got listed in Forbes India's 30 Under 30 Achievers, Pranshu Bhandari Patni.
I'm Pranshu Bhandari. I'm the co-founder of Hello English. 1 billion people in India and only about 10% can speak English. It hampers their productivity, they don't get good jobs, and it just hampers social confidence. So it was just a huge unaddressed need that we decided to take head on. For one, it's designed for markets like India, so it works offline. It's completely localized, so no matter what language you speak, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, you can learn English from it. So it feels really friendly for the end user, which is something that a lot of global apps miss out on. We've hit over 1.1 crore users on the app. They're from India and also from neighboring countries such as Pakistan, Bangladesh, the Middle East.
One of the very basic things that this does is it democratizes education, right? It makes it available for free to anybody and everybody who now has a phone. $800 million people out here in our country alone who are trying to learn basic English as I speak today. So what this app does is it reaches out to all of these guys from whatever language they are speaking and gets them over this need.
I'm having the time of my life. It's fascinating. I'm super passionate with whatever I take on, and if what you're working on can impact so many people in such a quick span, there's nothing like it.
Before we head into a short break, Please log on to ndtv.com/Women of Worth and vote for your favorite nominee from the field of education. On the other side, we get you nominees from the world of science and innovation.